Alright, hey guys, today we are doing some more Trauma 2. We are this close of finishing the game. Let's go. And after that we're gonna play some Resident Evil 4.
I don't know. I've never flown a chopper to Mexico.
We're already in Mexican airspace. Now to find Rosalie.
And how do we do that? We don't have a clue where she is.
We have to think. How about showing people her picture?
Are you kidding me? Do you know how many villages there are?
Fine, Agent. Do you happen to have a better plan?
Hey, what's that?
Something flying. Are those fireflies?
Wow, it's like a golden river flowing through the sky.
Danaeus plexipus.
Danaeus? What's that?
Monarch butterflies. This must be their migration route. They can be seen every year in this season. Beautiful.
Monarchs.
Monarchs only stay in America until the end of the summer. At the end of the summer, the monarch butterfly, they head south to find Asclepius to feed the larvae. Look at the picture. Monarch butterflies. Yes, she's in Mexico.
The butterflies. Hey, buddy, follow those butterflies.
What's with you? We can't just jump around at random.
It's not random. There was a monarch in Rosalia's photo. It's the same time of year, too. We can follow them.
Worth a shot.
Right. Agent, follow the trail of butterflies.
Over there. Someone's over there.
So, that's her.
Yeah.
She's turned into Adipocere.
Damn. You've grown so big. I didn't recognize you.
What can we do? We can't get a blood sample from her.
Agent Holden, please take Maria and search the facility.
What are you going to do?
I'll examine her. I might be able to learn something.
Hold on. We can't get a serum, can we? It's impossible like this. Then
Then what? Are you going to wait for the world to end? Move. You're in my way. I have my own way to hear her voice, just like you.
I'll leave Rose in your hands.
Yes. You're Rosalia. I've been looking for you for a while. I wonder, when did people begin to mourn each other's deaths? It's funny. Everyone has to die someday. I heard your final words. I'll make sure to pass them on with the time I have.
Testing. Testing. Dr. Kimishima, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. It looks like I can examine her normally.
You mentioned that in the email. What are you looking for?
If our information is correct, Rosalia was with Albert Sal, but we find Rosalia's corpse here. Isn't that odd?
What's so strange about that?
If Gabe brought Albert's corpse back from Lucerne, then he would have died in Backport, over 3,000 kilometers away. What happened to these two must be brought to light.
But will that make our situation any better?
Who knows? Rosalia's corpse has become Adipocere. We can't get a serum.
What a mess. This is it then.
No. These two must be related to the infection source. Filling in the gaps in the timeline will reveal the truth. That's what I believe.
Right. I'll follow you to the very end.
Thank you. I'm grateful for that.
Sorry. Dr. Kimishima, can you repeat that? The transmission cut out there for a moment.
Adipocere. It occurs when bacteria do not multiply. It's beautiful. As if she was still alive and with us. What's death anyway? What does it signify? We cry when we are born. What about when we die? Let's begin. Show me the light that you were robbed of. There's a cut on the bottom of her left foot. There's dirt in the area she was bleeding from. This means that... Yes, she was walking after she was injured. Even more, she was walking in dirt. It must have been very difficult for her to walk at all with this wound. This is an indication of having been shot with a gun. The bullet has completely passed through the body. The entrance GSW is where the bullet enters the body. Conversely, the exit GSW is where the bullet exits the body. Normally, the exit wound is larger than the entrance wound. Keeping that in mind, which one is this one? If it's hard to tell, I could always just compare it to the wound on the opposite side.
Bruh.
That's right. This one would be the exit GSW. Gunshots leave distinctive wounds in the human body. It seems the bullet passed all the way through her body. The entrance wound is created where the bullet enters the body, and the exit wound is where the bullet exits the body. The entrance GSW should be much smaller than the exit GSW. With that in mind, this wound should be... That's right. This is the entrance wound.
Bruh.
This is severe. Something's gone completely through the right hand. I can see fine black particles around the wound as well. Judging by the general condition of the body, this wound is... Yes, this is a gunshot wound, but what could these black particles be? Still, someone shot at her hand. Why did that happen? It's a bullet wound. Does that mean Rosalia was shot? It looks as if the bullet passed all the way through her body. The entrance GSW is where the bullet enters the body. Conversely, the exit GSW is where the bullet exits the body. Normally, the exit wound is larger than the entrance wound. Keeping that in mind, which one is this one? If it's hard to tell, I could always just compare it to the wound on the opposite side.
Let's see. And
That's right. This one would be the entrance GSW. This is a gunshot wound. The bullet passed through the body. The entrance GSW is where the bullet enters the body. Conversely, the exit GSW is where the bullet exits the body. Normally, the exit wound is larger than the entrance wound. Which one is this? Comparing the two wounds will help me determine which one this is.
this is the next one.
Yes, this would be the exit GSW. Hypostasis is present in the corpse's back. If I send this in for analysis, we might figure out the position she was in when she died. This hole corresponds to the wound on her thumb. So whatever injured her there created this as well. This hole, it matches the wound on Rosalia's chest. It's likely that this was caused by the same thing that created the wound. Could this blood have come from the chest wound? There's something odd about it. Yes. If it was hemorrhaging from the chest, it would only be coming from one end. If it's spattered around this much, it means there's another reason for this hemorrhaging. The back of the thigh is the entrance wound, and the front is the exit. If that's the case, the victim was shot. Yes, the shooter was behind the victim when she was shot. The entrance and exit wounds tell us what happens when someone has been shot. In this case, the victim was shot in the... Yes, the bullet entered through the chest, creating the entrance GSW. It then passed through her body and out her back, creating the exit GSW. This proves that she had been shot from the front. In any case, the wound in the thigh isn't the same size as the wound in the chest. Could this mean that two different firearms were used? I think contacting Little Guy and asking him to look into this would be my best option here. Little Guy, analyze this wound.
Understood. This is a penetrating bullet wound from a firearm.
That's right. Rosalia was shot.
A bullet entered her chest and went through her heart. I don't think there was any doubt that this was a fatal wound.
I see. The question now is who pulled the trigger? Little guy, can you analyze these black particles?
Okay. This is gunshot residue.
Gunshot residue.
Gunpowder?
When a gun is fired, it launches more than the bullet. Particles of gunpowder are blasted out of the barrel by the force of the explosions. When those particles land on the target being shot at, it is known as gunshot residue.
I see. So, since it was on Rosalia, that means... Indeed. It would indicate that she was shot from very close range. Little guy, could you analyze this hypostasis?
Yes, of course. Please send your data over to me.
All right, please look at it right away.
Okay, I've got it. Let's see here. Well, the hypostasis matches the position Rosalia's body was in when she was discovered.
Hypostasis occurs when the blood flow throughout the body has stopped. The blood settles within the corpse, pooling in the areas closest to the ground. Thus, Rosalia's corpse was... Yes. If the corpse had been moved, the hypostasis wouldn't match the position we discovered the body. That place truly is where Rosalia drew her last breath.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, I have a question.
Hopefully it's something I have an answer for. What is it?
Well, the flowers are only growing in that one particular area of the field. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Rosalia was found in the center of this area of blue flowers.
Well, isn't that too much to be coincidence? Just seems so set up.
I see. What you're trying to say is...
Yes. Doesn't that make more sense?
You may have a point. Hypostasis begins to appear roughly 30 minutes after death. It's possible that her corpse was moved here immediately after she died to create this situation.
If that's the case, why would her killer do such a thing to her?
We're just grasping at straws here. We'll need real evidence and facts in order to solve these mysteries.
Goodness me.
Is this a voice recording? I wonder if there's anything recorded on it. It seems to be broken. I hope the data inside can be retrieved. It's a bullet case. What's it doing in a place like this? There's a lot you can learn from a bullet case. I'd better have this analyzed. Judging by the accumulation of dust, it doesn't look like this was shattered recently. This might not necessarily relate to this case, but it should be looked at, just to be sure. The glass in the door is shattered. This is a bloodstain. Could this be relating to the case? I should get this analyzed at once. stains. It's blood. There's a trail of it, too. These weren't cleaned up. Could this mean these blood stains were from when the incident occurred? Is this blood Rosalia's? Or... Is this a bullet case? Not a standard piece of lab equipment. If I have this analyzed, I might learn some more details about it. Hey, little guy, I want to know more about this bullet casing.
Okay, let's see here.
Well, what can you tell me?
First of all, it's a case for a 9mm round. Bullets that size are normally used in handguns.
Huh. So it's not something rare that could be a big clue for us.
Unfortunately, that's correct.
But why was a bullet casing on the floor inside a lab? That question might lead us to some important information. Little guy, can I borrow you for a moment?
Of course. Do you need something analyzed?
I found this bullet casing near the entrance to the room.
Alright, let me take a look at it.
How does it look? Can you tell me anything from it?
It's a 9mm round, usually used in handguns all over the world.
Okay, I get it. It's not all that special.
Pretty much, yes. I'll let you know if I find out anything else about it.
Yes, please do.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, I found out something new.
Great. What is it?
Well, the bullet cases that you found under the desk and at the entryway, they both have a characteristic abrasion in the same area on their sides.
A characteristic abrasion?
Yes, likely formed when the empty casing is ejected from the chamber after firing.
It was ejected. Are you saying the gun was an automatic?
Well, the evidence suggests the use of a semi-automatic pistol, not a revolver.
So a casing is ejected after every round fired?
Yes, that would be the case.
That would mean that the places where we found those shell casings. Yes. It means that the gun was fired near those places. Hey, little guy. I found a blood stain on the floor here.
Bloodstain. Isn't it just another one left by Rosalia?
Making assumptions is a dangerous habit. I need you to go over this in detail.
Got it. I'll have to receive the data from the helicopter's equipment and merge it with what we have here. Then I'll have to use that to come up with analysis results. Is that okay?
Will it take time? We're racing against the clock as it is.
Yes, but I'll try to hurry it along. There are more and more patients piling up here.
All right. Contact me when the results come in. Hey, little guy. Do you think this can be repaired?
Oh, this is one old recorder.
I know. I want to see what's in this.
Yikes. This can't be fixed. Not even I can do it.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Hey, wait a second. I can't fix the machine itself, but I might be able to get at whatever data's been saved on it.
That would be great. Can you get on that?
Okay, can you connect the recorder to the computer over on your end?
All right, 1 second. There. What's next?
You don't have to do anything else. I'm going to try taking a look at the data from here.
You can do that remotely? What do you mean, Julia?
Really? It's not that difficult. Don't you know how to use a computer?
Zip it. Just hurry up and start looking already.
Get mad. You should be thanking me for this.
What was that?
Nothing. I'm on it.
And?
Looks like most of the data's been corrupted. Wait, this file might still be intact. We can play this one as is.
All right. Transfer it over here.
Right away. You're going to listen to it on your own machine, right? I'll name the file Record01 and send it over to you.
Good. I'll try listening to it. Does the rest of the data look like it can be repaired?
I can't really say for sure myself. I'll talk to the lab techs about it. If the files can be reconstructed, I'll send the data over to you.
All right. I'll be looking forward to hearing some good news from you.
No pressure, right?
Hey, little guy, I need you to analyze this gunshot wound.
Yes, ma'am. A gunshot wound to the palm. See. The bullet entered through the palm and exited through the back of the hand. It seems she was raising her hand towards the gun when it was fired.
Why would she put her hand up like that? A defensive wound is damage taken while trying to protect oneself from harm. She likely put her hands up as an instinctive reaction to having a gun pointed at her.
Recording started August 7th. 2 days ago, I verified the sample collected from the biopsy. I have succeeded in extracting the virus and will begin cultivating it as a sample. Compared to the Mononia viralis, there are 24 similarities found, and...
Dad, hey, Dad! Sheesh!
Rose, give that back.
No, it's time for dinner!
Oh, is it? I didn't even notice. I'm sorry.
Sheesh, you never hear me when you're working. No more work for you until we're done eating.
Well, you got me. I accept my defeat. All right, let's go to the dining room. What's for dinner today?
Yeah, dinner.
Hey, don't run. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
Dr. Kimishima, we've finished the analysis on that blood stain.
You mean the blood stain that was on the floor? Great. What were the results? Was that Rosalia's blood after all?
Actually, about that, it didn't match your DNA.
Then whose?
That blood was Albert Sartre's.
What? It's Albert's blood?
There's no thing that the DNA we examined before.
Then does that mean Albert was also injured? Like a...
I don't know about that, but considering that Rosalia had been shot,
Was he also shot?
Dr. Kimishima,
We don't know if that's the case. We can't know until we investigate this. This blood stain. It'd be best if I looked into it for more details.
Lord. Bruh.
Yes. If I think about what happened at the time of the murder, these do have a common link. These fine bloodstains spattering Rosalia's clothing. This hemorrhaging was most likely caused by...
Gunshot wound? Probably.
That's right. There was a defensive wound on Rosalia's palm. The killer turned his gun on this girl and pulled the trigger. That bullet tore through the hand she held up, ineffectually trying to ward off the blow. It then continued into her body, piercing her heart. The fine bloodstains were from the blood that came from her hand. The events of Rosalia's death are becoming clear. First, the cause of death. The wound that killed Rosalia was...
A gunshot to the chest.
Right. The bullet that went through her chest struck her heart, ending her life. Now, what direction did that fatal shot come from? Indeed, the entrance and exit wounds tell us the path the bullet through her body. Rosalia was alive just before this shot as well. The evidence for this is... Yes, the wound on her palm is a defensive one, caused by her trying to protect herself from the gunshot. Her right hand also has another piece of important evidence. That is...
Gunshot residue.
Indeed, the gunshot residue from the shot that killed her. Gunshot residue was left behind when... Yes, gunshot residue is found on targets that have been shot at close range. We can tell that Rosalia had been shot in the chest from a short distance away. What would drive someone to be so determined to kill Rosalia? Another bullet casing here? I didn't see it among all these flowers. This may be an important clue.
Dr. Kimishima, the analysis results are in.
Good. Which analysis was this?
It's for the glass from the door at the entrance.
Huh, alright. Tell me what you've got.
Right. We've analyzed the broken glass. We can determine the direction the glass shattered in from the stress marks on the edges of the fracture.
Stress marks?
It refers to the marks left on the inner edges of a fracture line when the glass is broken. The direction of impact can be found by studying the stress marks on the fractures.
Is that so? And what did you find?
Well, the glass wasn't shattered from the outside. The blow that broke it came from inside.
Inside? So nobody shot into the room from outside then?
That appears to be the case. One more thing about that glass. We weren't able to find any evidence like fingerprints or gunshot residue on it.
I see. So the glass was shattered from the inside out. Hey, little guy. I found another bullet casing.
It's a real battlefield there, huh? Let's take a look at it. Well, just like the other two shells you found, this one has similar markings on it. It was likely fired from the same gun as the other two.
One bullet was shot outside, while the other two were fired indoors. Why was the gun used here? That seems like an important fact to me.
That actually startled me.
If a bullet was fired near where we found the shell casing, the question is which direction the bullet went. First, we should consider the number of times the gun was fired. That's right. A total of 2 shots was fired inside. But there isn't a single bullet or bullet hole in this room. Other than the cases, the only other indication of the gun being fired indoors is... Indeed. The glass at the entrance was shattered from the inside out. There's a possibility that a bullet fired from indoors broke the glass. If so, then the person who fired the gun would have had to be... That's right. If the glass had been shattered from a close-range shot, there would have been gunshot residue on the door and window. Thus, the bullet that broke the glass was fired from further inside the room, near the desk. A shot from indoors fired towards the outside is what happened here.
I don't know.
This casing was found in the blue flower field. This tells us that indeed, it means that the gun was fired here. And this is the place that Rosalia was found dead. The cause of death was a close-range gunshot through the heart. Thus, that's right. This is where Rosalia was cut down. But who?
Oh, wait. Analyze too. There we go.
Dr. Kimishima, the analysis on the glass shard has been completed.
Huh, you mean the shard that was found near the entrance? Did you figure out whose blood that is?
Yes. At first I thought it might be Albert's, like the blood stain on the floor. But it seems that the blood on the glass shard came from Rosalia.
Rosalia's?
Yes, the DNA matches, there's no doubt.
Rosalia left a blood stain indoors as well. What in the world does this mean?
Okay.
This glass shard was found on the floor near the entrance. It came from the glass on the door after it had shattered. That piece of glass had Rosalia's blood on it. Her corpse's foot had a cut and signs of hemorrhaging on the bottom as well. This most likely means that yes, Rosalia stepped on this glass shard and cut her foot. From the amount of hemorrhaging, she must have injured it just before her death. Yes, these do give us something we can draw a conclusion from. When the glass on the door shattered, Rosalia... That's right. Rosalia cut her foot on the broken glass. This proves that she left the room after the glass broke. Rosalia's foot was cut right before she died. Given the fact that there aren't any more bloodstains from her inside, Rosalia headed outside immediately after cutting her foot on the glass. In other words, Rosalia was... Yes. She most likely avoided the shot and ran from the room. The gun was obviously being pointed at. Indeed, the shooter had been aiming at Rosalia all along. That's why she ran out of the room. In doing so, she stepped on the broken glass, injuring her foot. That is what happened at the entrance to this room. 2 shots were fired from inside this room. If neither of them was from someone shooting further into the room, and someone inside was targeting Rosalia. Little guy. What is it?
Dr. Kimishima, we've located the lock.
The lock? Oh, you mean the one that goes to the key found in Albert's clothes?
Yes, it was a safety deposit box in a bag. We've already taken it and the contents.
Good. What was inside it?
A 9mm handgun. Albert Sartre's fingerprints were found on the grip as well. Could it be that the person who shot Rosalia was...
Let's confirm something before that. Was the gun loaded?
Yes, the magazine holds 7 rounds, and it's possible to keep an additional round chamber. When the gun was found, there were 5 rounds in it.
5 shots. So the maximum number of bullets that could be missing from it is... Indeed. And if the gun is missing 3 bullets, then... Right. That's the same number of cases that were found here.
Dr. Kimishima, if I may.
Yes, what is it?
Well, luckily the gun is in condition to fire. If you can find one of the bullets from the scene there, we can use the rifling to determine if it had been fired from this gun.
Nonsense. You expect me to find something that can fly over 250 meters a second?
Well, yes, I know it might be a long shot, but...
Looks like I don't have a choice. I'll let you know if I do find one.
Please do. I'll try to come up with a different plan from here. Dr. Kimishima, we've received the results of the analysis.
Good. Is it about the differences between the chest and thigh wounds?
Are you some kind of psychic super spy or something? Creepy.
You'll pay for that slip of the tongue, little guy.
Sorry, it was a joke.
Fine, but I'll remember that. Just tell me.
Yes, regarding the comparison between the 2 wounds, looking at them, it appears that both wounds were made by the same caliber of gun.
Oh, but the wounds are of different sizes.
Yes, it's possible for wounds to be differently sized even from the exact same gun.
But the reason I think that is I see. The bullets were shot from different distances, weren't they?
Way to go, Dr. Kimishima.
Sucking up to me won't spare you from my wrath. Keep telling me about the report.
Right. Comparing the wounds in the chest and thigh, the shot that struck her thigh was from a greater distance. If the chest wound was made from close range, the other shot would have been fired from about 8 meters away.
It seems that there's a big difference in the way she received both of these wounds then.
I know. That's why, like, it's just, and honestly, if we can't get to them, it's harder.
Let's go. Let's go.
After school or whatever. But anyways, I was just trying to get my, I don't even know what
Yes, it looks like these can't be used together. Rosalia had a laceration on her left foot and a gunshot wound in her right thigh. She was in no condition to walk. Her foot had been injured by stepping on the broken glass at the entrance to the lab, and when she was shot in the leg, that's right, Rosalia collapsed when she was hit in the leg. There's only one place in this lab a shooter could have been standing to shoot Rosalia in the field. That is,
well, I don't know where I'm gonna do everything, so I'll tell them, oh, cool, I'm gonna get appraisals. But like I said, I don't know what teachers
yes, it's from the entrance to the lab. The bullet that hit Rosalia's thigh went completely through. It'll be difficult to find that bullet. The bullet that ended Rosalia's life, looking around randomly for it won't get me anywhere. The number of bullets that were fired at the scene is...
That's what I told the staff yesterday, and almost everybody. They were like, you can work from home,
Right.
I'm not doing it.
One was shot at the flower field, one was by the desk, and another at the entrance. That's a total of 3 shots there. Of these 3, which one survived the
We
last?
got paid for 8 days so far.
Clown field, of course.
Take a PTO or go in
That's
there
right.
and help clean up.
The bullet shot in the field is the one that killed Rosalia. If it was before then, she couldn't have stepped on the glass, and there would be no need to shoot her leg. Then, what condition was Rosalia in when she was killed? Indeed, she was on the ground. Wait,
Right.
Rosalia
That's
was
why I was
lying
like,
on
I'm
the
not even
ground
gonna
when
come
she was
out.
shot. She couldn't have been standing with those injuries to her foot and leg. So the shooter must have been standing above her, shooting down. That's right. The bullet that went through the chest must be...
Did I?
Right.
Here it is. This is the bullet that killed Rosalia. The bullet's in good condition. We'll be able to check the rifle.
And I can go over here as well in my house.
Hey, little guy, you found what you wanted.
Managed to find a bullet.
Unfortunately, it's not a requirement that they
You
have
do?
to pass the
Oh, we'll just throw this thing away then. Did you say something?
No, I'll start analyzing it right away.
Did you check the rifle?
It's a perfect match.
So that means
Yes, there's no doubt at all that that bullet was fired from Albert's gun.
what in the world caused all this to happen? Ah, yes. We can use these to find a deeper truth. Dr. Sartre left a gun in a safety deposit box. Its rifling perfectly matches the bullet that killed Rosalia. What this shows is
So, and she was surprised. I'm like, good, this control freak, you don't need to know everything. It's just
yes, Albert Sartre killed Rosalia. Rosalia and Albert lived together. Like a true family. What happened between them?
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, about the recorder.
What is it?
We were able to reconstruct one of the sound files.
Good. Can you tell when the recording was made?
Well, it seems to have been recorded after the one I gave you before, but
What's wrong? Did something happen?
it's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Oh, sorry. Anyway, please try listening to the new recording. I've sent it over to you in file record 02.
All right, I'll make sure I hear it.
It's over. It's over. I thought I'd found God's child. But it was a misunderstanding. It wasn't God. The devil. It's the devil. It was beyond human control after all. Everything. It was all over on that day. That day 6 years ago. Must be stopped. I must stop it. Oh God. Please. Forgive my foolishness. Dr. Kimishima, the results of the analysis are in.
Good. Which results are we talking about here?
Oh, right. The one on Albert's bloodstain. Let's see. Traces of saliva were detected in the components of the bloodstain.
Saliva. That means that's right. It means that the blood was from blood Albert had vomited.
Yes, that appears to be the case. Can you figure something out from that?
Well, Albert was infected with viral hemorrhagic fever. This disease causes severe attacks that trigger vomiting blood.
Severe attacks. If that's the case, then he may have been like the other victims we've seen.
Yes. Just like Veronica Cage and Alma Parker, there's a possibility that the disease undermined his sanity and drove him mad.
Well, in any case, we're finally starting to see the big picture behind what happened.
Not yet. The most important truth hasn't been uncovered.
Do you mean the cause of the recent outbreak of this disease?
Yes. Albert died of viral hemorrhagic fever 2 years ago. Rosalia, the host to the virus, was killed even before that. So why would the virus begin spreading now? And how can we stop it? We don't have any answers to these important questions yet.
Sheesh. Looks like it's all over. Well, I really don't have much to regret.
No, I can still do this. I'm not going to give up.
I thought you'd say that. I prepared a request file.
Huh?
Come on, did you really think I meant that? Even I have something to live for, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I've transferred the restored recording to you. The file name is Record 03. Give it a listen.
All right. Do you know when this was recorded?
Yes, I've listened to it, and it seems to be from before Albert lost his mind. The recorder doesn't have any more files for me to send you.
All right. I'll try listening to it. Rosalia was found dead in that field of blue flowers. I think I might finally be able to understand why.
The results of the experiments from the other day are in. It's a disaster, blood virus. It's the most vicious and dangerous thing I have ever seen. No matter what attempts I make, nothing can stop their activities. They multiply and devour and destroy everything. How could she still be alive when that monster lives within her? I feel that her blood holds the secret to that. Her blood is the only key to saving all of humanity. I cannot give up. There's nothing more I can do to stall it. One day, this virus will be brought to heel, and I will return to that place, and...
Professor Sartre said that Rosalia's blood was the only key. This key that Rosalia had that allowed her to live with the virus was... Yes, it was a glycoprotein called immunoglobulin. In other words, it was an antibody. The Rosalia virus is immensely powerful. The professor tried to extract the antibody in order to suppress and control its activity. It was a Pandora's box that should never have been opened. Rosalia's blood was too much of a danger to abandon. Little guy, I need your help.
That's where you're coming from, you. What can I do?
I need to get to the bottom of these blue flowers.
Didn't we analyze those already?
What we know now may throw a new light on what we've looked at before.
Alright, let's start our information gathering.
Yes. Rosalia was found collapsed in the middle of these blue flowers.
That's right. We had a number of ideas about what had happened.
We thought that the killer might have moved the body before hypostasis set in. Another possibility was that Rosalia ran to the blue flowers herself.
Yes. Does any of that change with the information we've gained?
Indeed. One of those possibilities has already been ruled out.
Which one?
Don't you see? It's... Yes, it's impossible for the body to have been moved after death. The reason for that is... Right. The bullet found in the ground beneath Rosalia proves she was killed right there.
Wait. Try against you for once.
What's that?
Never mind. It's still possible she was killed elsewhere, right? She could have been killed somewhere else, then dragged here and shot in the chest to cover it up.
That's not possible. She was alive before she was shot in the chest. The proof of that is... Rosalia held up her hand to try to protect herself from the gunshot. This pattern of wounds could only happen if the victim was conscious at the time.
You're right. The student fails to defeat the master.
What do you keep muttering to yourself?
Nothing. Anyway, if that's the case, then that means that Rosalia ran to the blue flowers of her own free will. I wonder why.
I still don't have an answer for that. Yet. It might be a good idea to examine those flowers in detail once more.
They really think that's the name of the school? Is Wow. I mean, it's been called VIP Academy, it's been called Upper Campus, Lower Campus.
These blue flowers. I can't believe such a vibrant color exists in nature. I should send a picture of this to Little Guy and have him study it. There could be a reason for why Rosalia had collapsed here.
So we're following Sarasota County, and the Boys and Girls Club's open. So that means they have kids.
Little Guy, I've collected some samples of the flowers.
Why?
I want to know why Rosalia collapsed. There's no guarantee that it will help us, but there's a chance we might learn something useful.
Okay, it's worth a shot.
Good. Thanks for the help.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Well, these flowers. It's Asclepius.
What are you talking about? The red flowers are the Asclepias. I want you to tell me about the blue flowers.
That's what I'm saying. These are Asclepius.
What are you saying? Asclepias doesn't have blue flowers.
Yes, there are no known breeds of blue Asclepius, but from the shape and the structure, this is an Asclepius blossom. This flower shouldn't exist.
What in the world is it then? Let's try sorting out the information we have. The blue flowers in the center of the field are Asclepias, just like the flowers surrounding them. Then why are the blue flowers only around Rosalia? The reason for this is most likely... That's right. Those flowers must have become discolored for some reason. A probable cause of that is... Indeed, Rosalia was shot through the heart. Rosalia would have lost a large amount of blood from that wound. That blood then seeped into the ground around her. This miraculous blood, containing both the divine and the demonic. The flowers around her body absorbed Rosalia's blood from the soil. That, in turn, caused the flowers to take on this unnatural blue hue. I don't want to believe it, but that's the conclusion that I have to arrive at. Yes, these allow us to finally figure everything out. It's no coincidence that Rosalia's body was surrounded by these blue flowers. They were normal red flowers until she died. When she died, her blood soaked into the ground. The Asclepias flowers absorbed her blood and changed color. Most likely what caused the color change in the flowers was... That's right. The demon within Rosalia's veins lived on after her death, finding another viable host in the blue Asclepias flowers.
I can't believe it. How could such a thing?
It may be unbelievable, but it is the truth. The corpse itself is a testament to that.
The corpse?
Yes. Remember, Rosalia's corpse had turned completely into adipocere. Adipocere normally occurs when the bacteria that break down bodies do not multiply for some reason. This normally occurs when the corpse is stored in anaerobic conditions for long periods of time. But this is hardly an anaerobic location. The reason her body became adipocere was not due to environmental or weather conditions. It was because the virus within her continued to protect her body.
But even if the blue Asclepias are harboring the Rosalia virus, how does that connect to the pandemic going on right now in America? It's impossible.
You're right. The Rosalia virus is only passed on via contact with the mucous membranes. Even if this entire field was filled with flowers holding the Rosalia virus, it wouldn't be able to cause the outbreak in Portland, over 3,000 kilometers away.
How?
There was a vector.
A vector?
Yes, some method of transmission that carried the virus from these flowers. This is how the virus spread to cause the infections in cities hundreds of miles away from you.
What?
Can't you tell? It's... That's right. The butterflies that led us here carry the virus. The monarchs are the vector for the Rosalia virus. This is how the Rosalia virus has spread.
Dr. Kimishima, can I bother you for a moment?
Yes, what is it?
You might not need this anymore, but I reconstructed another voice file.
Another one? I thought you'd said that you repaired them all.
Yes, this file was actually marked as having been deleted. It still existed in the memory, though, so I was able to reconstruct it.
I see. When is that recording from?
From looking at the date, it's right before Albert lost his sanity.
All right. Still, it's unusual for you to go and do something unnecessary like this.
Yeah, well, not sure how to put this. I felt this was something that I needed to pass on to you.
Okay, I'll try listening to it.
Please do. It'll be file record 04.
I'm Rosalia. I live here with my daddy. My daddy is really nice and says a lot of nice things. Daddy's a great doctor. He says he's going to save everyone from diseases. He says I've got a poison and a cure in my body, and that the poison's really scary, but the cure is really amazing. That's why he's researching how to get that medicine out of me. If that medicine is made, I wonder if it'll heal everyone. And then I can make lots of friends and play with them. Daddy's really bothered right now because the research is difficult. But I think I'll be okay if I just stay here like this. I can't see my brother or my big sis. The daddy's always here for me. The daddy's always here for me. He's always laughing. It's really funny. I think daddy will be happy if he can get the medicine out of me. The exams hurt. But if daddy's happy, I'll be okay. So I hope that daddy's research comes true soon. And then everyone can be healed.
Oh, a father who wanted to end all disease, and a daughter who wanted nothing but his success. This is far too sad a conclusion to their stories. And yet, now I can see the truth behind everything that happened here. Yes. I see. I understand now. Let's put together the truth of what happened. We came here to find an antidote in Rosalia's blood. But what we found was that Rosalia had already been killed. I have in my hands the card stating what killed her. Yes. The bullet's rifling matches that of Albert's gun. There's no doubt that Albert Sade was her killer. 3 shots were fired. This card shows how it began. Oh, wow. Correct. Albert pulled the gun from his desk and fired. He was aiming at his loving daughter, who stood at the door. However, he missed, and the bullet went through the glass. Whether this is due to hesitation or his condition is unknown. Rosalia fled the room, trying to escape. The blood on the glass shard is from her stepping bullet. She ran in desperation, but this prevented her escape. That's right. Albert stood in the doorway and shot her. The bullet pierced Rosalia's leg and she collapsed. Albert caught up with the frightened girl as she lay there. And then,
Right.
yes, he ended her life. But
Yeah, he's
Albert didn't kill Rosalia because he wanted it. He truly loved Rosalia as he would his own daughter. But he had no choice but to kill her. This card shows the reason why.
Where you go to bed?
Albert had been infected with the Rosalia virus. However, this virus does more than infect the bone. It eats away at the heart and soul, as in my other cases. Because Albert knew of the virus's threat all too well, in order to exterminate it, he killed his own child. And yet, ironically, he may have caused the exact opposite. The blood spilling from the gunshot wound in her chest provided the Rosalia virus with a new host. This is the true cause of the spread of infection. Yes, the blue Asclepius flowers around her body grew in Rosalia's blood and became a new host for death. And so, the mass infection began. A certain organism served as a vector for the virus. Monarch larvae store toxins of the plants that they ingest. The monarchs carrying the Rosalia virus migrated north, and as they went, they showered death in golden seeds. This is the truth behind how the virus spread. Rosalia never. Neither did Albert. No one intended for it to end this way. One sought an end to all disease, and the other his success. And that was the beginning. The evil sealed in Rosalia gained wings and flew. That's what Rosalia's last word meant.
Yeah. Well, after this, I don't know if anybody will want to.
This is the whole truth, illuminated by the light of life. You must have suffered too. Let's end this.
Naomi, come quick! We got the equipment working!
All right, I'll be right. Oh.
Hey, Naomi? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Let's go.
It's not nothing. Let me take a... You...
As I said before, we don't have much time. We still have a job to do, and we must accomplish it.
Hey, wait! Hey!
How's it coming, Agent? Did you find anything?
We've got the power back on, as you can see. The rest is a pile of records, chemicals, and equipment. You?
This is 8125 starting watts.
It's all been solved. Albert saw it killed Rosalia.
8125
How sad.
starting watts.
His effort to save the world is close to killing it.
Yes. They must have realized the virus couldn't be used. That is what caused this tragedy to strike.
Did you find a countermeasure to the virus?
Yes. The virus's vector is the monarchs. The scales they lose during migration are spreading it.
Don't tell me. The quarantine failed because...
The monarch migration pattern extends from Mexico to Lake Erie.
Calls Hannah?
Even if the virus isn't airborne, it will still spread.
How old is Hannah?
Damn it! What should we do then?
No, Mick. I gathered as much as I could.
Flowers? What are you planning on doing?
That's awesome. What brand?
I'll use antibody stabilizers to extract an antiserum.
You can do that?
Yes, thankfully this facility has the necessary equipment. I'll make the serum contain tripeptides in N-terminal order.
All right. Just tell me what to do to help you.
Of course. Let's get this over with as fast as we can.
Just flicker, yeah.
Right.
Well, only way I'm taking it back is if we get a different one. We are having a generator. I'm putting my foot down. We are keeping what we're having one. Right, baby. I just want a generator. My husband, like I said, he's talked about doing a whole house, and every research that I've looked at is $350,000. Yeah, no, that's when I saw, like I said, when I was researching, I was like, what's this transfer box? And I was like, Tim, I said, we don't have to have a whole house generator. We can pick and choose which ones. You just have to have an electrician install it. But you got yours from Peace River.
Here we go.
I just read somewhere online that they connect reconnect power to your house and it's hooked up to your appliances that no, because your appliances I don't know, your appliances they're plugged in. Oh, gotcha. Cool. His birthday's coming up. Happy birthday, you guys. It's really expensive. I got it just for you. Yeah. I'm a giver. What can I say? uh, I just usually buy my own present and give it to him and say, here, this is what I want. We learned a long time ago in our relationship that if you got it just give it, take it back. Like, why would you think I would ever want orange pants? Why? Oh, it was a whole outfit. It was like a jacket and pants. I'm like, what? Yes. I was like, why? Why would you? But it's a nice brand. And I'm like, but it's a horrible color. Yeah. Look, you get free socks with it. Exactly. Oh my God. Every Mother's or Father's Day, I would make sure the kids, like the left his kids. And I'm like, thank you very much for caring. He just gets so mad. He's like, I told him they could make you something or whatever. Yeah. Guess I'll go buy my own Mother's Day present as well. Yeah, Maggie has too. It's just, yeah, but when they were younger, they're like, they could have made you a card and they chose not to. I'm like, thanks. Sounds like nice. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Looks like Mom had
Yes.
okay.
Yes. You don't have a thermometer in your fridge? You do have to put it in there. That's normal. Hey.
Hello.
How was the gym?
It was fun.
I did too, but it was just a weird.
Krause, go get a girl.
Maybe that's what's wrong with your style.
Resident Evil 4.
Should I wait to put my stuff in the fridge?
1998.
It's hot.
I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Yorkland Mountains. Soon after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of a secret violent experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella. The virus broke out in the nearby mountain community, Raccoon City.
Yeah, basically.
It's a peaceful little town. The
We're all good.
devastating crippled its very foundation.
Stuff?
Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City. With the whole affair going public, the United States government issued an indefinite suspension of business decree to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished.
Almonds. Hey. Gotcha.
6 years have passed since that horrendous
Did you
incident.
like went to the grocery store after? We did.
Ever since special training, we have a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
Why am I the one who always gets a sort of mistake? Yo, who are you really? Somebody can ask me. Do I work from home cowboy? You have much sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
Right. All by yourself.
I'm sure you wished him just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together or something to scout fun party. Then again, maybe you did.
Oh, you're crazy. It's a direct order from the chief himself. I tell you, it's no picnic. killing influence. It was right before I was to take on my duties protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted. That's the ultimate reason I'm in this lonely, rural part of Europe. According to our intelligence, there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl that looks very similar to the president's daughter. She's being held by some unidentified group of people. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
It's freezing. Hold on a second.
I think it's an unspoken thing. You won't know it, but you don't
We say it.
Sorry it took so long.
Worst part of our kids and parents. The lady that came for accreditation, she's like, I always thought orphans.
It's a little dark, but I like it.
New Yorker kids,
Has to be for me.
I almost said, Kathy, she's like, what are you guys doing in the storm? And I said, Maggie, and I almost said, I was like, orphan. I said, I don't know if she's told anybody yet, so. I did call her yet.
Keep up ahead as the kids. I'll go and have a look around.
We stay and watch that car. No, we want to get any parking tickets.
Right. Parking tickets.
Good luck.
Jeez. Who are these guys?
Did you say something?
Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear. Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham.
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself, okay?
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information on my end as well.
Good. Talk to you later. You on now.
Well, he didn't email yet, so I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. I mean, it loaded up Gmail. I have Wi-Fi. I did a speed test, but I mean, I'll call. I'll do it.
No, yes.
Yeah, and I haven't. So I think it's just getting email with the paperwork.
Did your father too long was separating families?
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it.
Hey, speaking of goo, you gonna take a shower today?
Yeah, yes. Okay, I get it.
You get it? You get it?
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
Okay, she gets it.
Yep.
Alright. Hunter, do you like a baked sweet potato?
I don't think I've ever had one.
I'm having pork chops, and I have baked sweet potatoes, or baked potatoes, but instead I was thinking maybe Shannon can have leftover meatloaf mashed potatoes, so anybody that doesn't want sweet potatoes can have mashed potatoes. I know you don't want a sweet potato. And we're on pork chops, broccoli, and
I thought we were gonna have ramen since we didn't have ramen yesterday.
what?
We didn't have ramen yesterday.
Well, we went out to eat.
Uh-huh.
You like pork? I don't like pork chop, but I will try it. It's bone-in, so it's much different than.
Well then.
I'll try it. If I don't like it, I'll just eat my other chicken. There you go.
Excuse me. Sir?
They were both, actually they weren't. The mom was, and I told the woman, I said, they said that Mr. Marcus regarding me had any meat yesterday, but the sign said, so somebody must have put it in the wrong spot, and the manager came by and was like, I'm just gonna give it to you, it'll go.
I was wondering if you might recognize a girl in this photograph.
Lórgate, cabrón!
Sorry to bother you.
Back and not get any.
Freeze. I said freeze!
What the fuck? Run the kneecaps.
Is everything okay?
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize it. There's still a surrounding area.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
I need a herb.
Same, that's her. I mean, not. No, he yelled and cursed me out too.
It wasn't. It was just more.
I need a herb.
I was just like, he was just more like, they're really close. Like he sounded
Oh my god. I got herb. Heads up. I got herb. What's that? Necesito hold that. Put up.
I mean, why would I have
Necesito hold the foot. Oh, yes. Hold on. Yes! Thank you. Oh,
that's not a good excuse.
right. What are we doing?
Because if you hadn't told her, like, oh, you didn't even bother telling us that.
No!
Control what other people can do, you can only control what you do. So you did the right thing, you reached out and told her. Right? You can't control anybody else's fate. Trying to do that in the college.
I'm not trying to control them. I already know that.
No, I meant you can't control their reaction, their behavior. You can only control yours. So you did the right thing, reaching out and telling them that they were right things. You can only control what you did, so that was the right thing to do.
Two special characters? I mean, dude, if someone is this serious to hack this, let them do it. I don't care. I mean, oh my god.
Can you repeat the phrase and the character?
Oh my god.
Seriously, repeat the phrase and the character. Just do it twice.
You can't do that. You also can't put any word that's 4 letters god, I found a password. I'll tell you guys it. Capital EL, both those are capital, lowercase e, HUN, 620445811, question mark, exclamation. Oh my god, it's, oh, I need to get a screenshot. Ooh.
No.
Oh my god, I need an authenticator app. And I don't have it. What the
Settle.
is...
Put a settle.
What's this?
Oh, hi. What's this? Envelope. Hi.
266 266 425.
No. That's why I need that.
Okay, this is so insane to log in. After doing all that, you have to have an authentication app where every 15 seconds, no matter what, like, it does this naturally. Every 15 seconds generates a random 6-digit code. No, but I'm getting top secret clearance.
Is that what this is for?
This is for my background check.
Usually they just do fingerprints.
Oh, no, you have to give
They were
them.
doing like a deep dive.
Yeah.
Shannon, listen up, please. I ask you guys to take a shower in the bathroom when you're done. Not necessarily when you're done getting out of the shower, but when you come back in to whatever, finish up. Take the bath mat and hang it up so it's
Okay.
dry. It's always knotted up wet on the floor.
I'm signing over everything right here. Wow.
Firstborn.
What?
Sign over your firstborn.
Pretty much.
Bridge.
Oh my god, you can't even reload the page. I reloaded the page to make sure it's signed and it logged me out and I have to relog in. note to self: do not reload the page. Aha, I didn't submit it. Alright, so that nothing else on. I'm not going to close this page.
That's a map.
Escape room.
Do you ever not use the app and when you need to find it, it's like impossible? Like,
You know the name of it?
see, I know what you're about to say. Oh, Hunter, be smart, search it up. I have a weird thing in my brain where I don't like searching things.
That's the only way I find anything. On my phone, in my emails, the only way.
God, it's such a bad, like, brain tick that, like, say I know there's a show I really want to watch on Netflix. Instead of just searching it up and saving 15 minutes, I'll just scroll through, like, newest, certain genres, because in my brain, that's how I want to find it. I don't want to have to search it up.
I don't have the luxury of that much time in my brain. I wait 15 minutes and I'll find what I was looking for.
Aha! See? It tickles my brain. It's worth it.
I also need to do something over here, guys. It's not just you, it's this lady here where I feed you a tile and you get that over there. The tile needs more work.
Vader wants me to get this game that I really like in 70 bucks. I'm like, yeah, the game that
Master B, Basil!
You really had to.
pay off. So I love I don't want to do it because I like having the money. Well, I have enough to do it. I'm actually doing pretty good on money right now. But I just give away too much. I mean, I know it's not giving away. Look at that. Oh wait, it won't show the 200, but like I haven't been spending anything off my credit card, just paying it off. And then my loan
I got a sword.
Hopefully it's gone because I've done nothing. I haven't been using it at all, if any, and it went from high to low. Still went down though. That's just man. It is a lot fun. I'll say that.
I don't.
Good. Okay, have four. Like three. Yes.
Detrás de ti, imbécil!
Jeez. There. Yes. Yellow bird. Wow.
Detrás de ti, imbécil! Pero no puedes esconder. Detrás de ti, imbécil!
I really don't know what to do. I really. I literally don't have any. Hang on. I literally don't have any. Hang on.
Good. I have one working.
Bruh. Funny.
What do you as a teacher? What is deluxe edition?
Why did I? What happened? No, like.
Detrás de ti, imbécil!
Will you get it?
I.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. That's good.
That's it.
Alright. I just want to confirm with you guys because there's room on our flights that we're going to Cape Cod that you are wanting to go. Your mom told me no.
Oh, she told you no?
She said no, and she went for her birthday and
Oh, okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Care?
Saturday.
That doesn't affect me. Blackout dates start on the 10th. Couldn't ask. What days would it be?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Days.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, the actual numbers.
yeah. What?
23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, which is, that's when you were on your cruise. So did you already have that cleared for your cruise?
No.
Oh, well, that would have been bad.
What would be bad?
You were going on your cruise and you couldn't get off work.
Oh, well, if they told me I couldn't, I would have quit.
Oh,
Because if I'm leaving in January.
well, it's still a big if, right? According to you, it could be a year.
No, it won't be a year.
Okay, well, that's
You have a year in the delayed entry program, but it won't be a year.
Oh, but.
What?
Well, this is different than the cruise that's been booked. 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th.
Alright. Are we traveling the 22nd or are we traveling the 23rd?
23rd.
Okay, so I don't need to take that Friday off. Okay. 23rd through 26th.
Yes. And I can look at what time we get in on the 26th. I usually leave out in the morning, so. And your dad. Is that an early, kind of early time?
Really? Traveling, I'd love her mornings.
Yeah, I got holes. Wait. Wait.
Shannon, my darling.
Yeah?
Surprised you're gonna come home in a half hour and you're still in your pajamas.
Sorry.
Are you? I don't think you are.
Okay.
Narrow barbecue. Is that what you had the other day? Oh. Garbage. Yes.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to.
I just called him and put him in the back here.
See that one more time.
Said you're happy to go back.
No students returning today.
A little break from.
We followed the scarcity calendar and that's where they are. So I was trying to figure out a way to cram kids in and I was just like, because he has these different locations. Like that's not enough class. Basically, 9 days, 20 talks.
You good?
Our King Debbie was 1 day, William 3 days, and then 5 days this week. Yesterday, or today, we had a PTO day or